some of them. Now what is that right there? There goes Buddy the elf in back of that Chevelle there. Guess he likes car shows too. Okay, y'all, let's take a look around here. And there's no way we're going to be able to get to all the cars that are here this weekend. Another nice coupe. But we'll try to give you a feel of what it's like here if you can't be here yourself. And hopefully you were here and you can look back on this video and have some memories of it, or maybe even see your car. Now it says 48 on tag. Is this an old Suburban or something? It says this is a 48 carryall. And take a look at this kind of orangish yellow, or yellowish orange maybe, depending on how you want to see it. Pretty nice looking pickup. Listen to that background noise there. Yeah, if you like cars, you will love being here, because there's a lot going on. That's coming from that black Camaro going over there. Boy, nice interior in this truck. Really nice manual transmission. Custom chest in the back. Look, he even took the chrome strips and put them up around the border at the bottom of the bed. It's pretty neat. He's got the exhaust exiting out of the running boards, which is pretty popular. But he actually dropped his down a little bit there. See how he added to it? That's a nice little touch. I don't remember seeing that. It's common to see them coming through the running boards, but I hadn't seen a little extra added on there. Nice long bed, four-wheel drive there. I guess it's mid-80s. Big Cadillac Seville. It's a 58 model. Two-tone brown there on that coupe there. I like the Corvair there with the blower coming out of the hood, or supercharger I should say. It does have a roll cage in here. Red 31 Ford there, and there's me in the shadow. A Ford delivery van there sometime. Look at the old GTO. You don't see a lot of these getting saved. Says it's a 73 model there on the tag. Look at the little people he's got sitting on top of the radio there. A little piston man and WD-40, kind of whimsical. There's a spark plug sitting there. Okay, I don't know what this one right here is. It says it's a 41 Buick Special, but it looks completely different without the fenders on it. They have modified that front end somewhat, it looks like. So they're running the big block in this one right here. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna be able to look at each car individually. There's just too many cars here. Hey, like a little green Maverick there, somebody's saving. Here's another one that you can tell it's not stock. They've changed the hood and give it a more aggressive stance, I guess you would say. Good to see you, Maverick. Look at the blue and I guess dark gray 55. You don't see that combo a lot. Look inside here. Oh wow, that's pretty nice. That blue and silver going on the interior there. That's a good looking interior. It is manual transmission, as you can see there. Upgraded to LS power in here. Got that custom grille. Here's a 33 Ford. Really good looking car, and it is for sale, it says. Nice tan leather interior. Numbers 316-217-2425. Here's old Buick Roadmaster wagon. I'm seeing these show up more and more, these and the old Caprice wagons. I really like the orange on this 55 here. It's right in front of this 57, 150. bright red paint on this 61 Ford Galaxy right here. Two 4-barrels on the engine there. And check out the interior on this thing. This is really nice. They've got a custom dash in there. Aftermarket gauges built into it. As you can see, a nice console. It's a good looking interior on this car.
Once again, you can check out the price. Here's the Rock and Road Show trailer. Coming up at 2 o'clock. She's got a fun deal. 2 o'clock with a drop for $5,000.
This 65 is for sale here also for $14,500. Number's 502-243-7975. It says 350. Guess the engine there. Got a bench seat there and it's automatic on the column. Coupe here says Copperheads here in the back. Look at the shelving that he's put in the back here. Nice little storage area.
Go from 0 to 0. That's going to work out. Stop by and check your numbers. Again, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, supervised draw for $5,000.
Red convertible there. Oh, late 40s, early 50s maybe. It's a 52 Chevy. A 69 Mustang convertible. He's got coyote striping there on the fender, which really looks good on this kind of I don't know, kind of candy red looking metal flake paint. Yeah, fit down in there nicely, didn't it? Had to do some modification though.
Right here on site, talking about their product and things, and we have Broncos, like that Spear Tech, they've got Justin. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Nick. How are you?
Good. I've got Spear Tech. Tell me what Spear Tech is.
Yeah, so we manufacture the wire harnesses with the LS and LP.
You guys are great.
There's a mid-80s four-wheel drive for sale. Asking $32,500 for it, but I don't see a number.
That's you're the only one there on the ground.
Well, here's the number up here on top.
270-868-0036. Absolutely. Yep. And the biggest thing is making sure you got the right combination of parts that can work together in the game. So don't just go buy a bunch of things and do the transfer.
Well, that's really neat looking right there, isn't it? The stance on it and those wide tires in the back.
Spear Tech, if you got some questions, he's got the answers, I promise. Right here in the Hot Rod Industry Alliance Seminar. So check those out. Super. Probably learn something.
This one is for sale also for $45,000, and it's the same number that's on the black truck there I just gave you. Look at the Dodge wagon there. I like that color combo. Hey, like the 69 Roadrunner here in that color there. It is a manual transmission car with that pistol grip shifter in there. Like this little coupe right here, got the American flag style flame job going down the side. Okay, we just saw that 69 Roadrunner. This is a Dodge Coronet Super V, which is I guess one of the Roadrunner's cousins or something. At least it's still in the family, Chrysler Corporation there. I'm not sure what year model is. This might be around 69 also. On the tail stripe where it usually says has a V, it's got a zombie back here. It's interesting. Little roadster. Here's a 66 Mustang convertible. Black. It's got that red stripe on the hood there. Says it's a 427 with 3 2-barrels on there, and it is showing 427 badge in there on the fender. Don't know if it's true or not. I always heard that the stripe on these, or the stinger on these hoods, would be painted a different color if the car came with the big block. Here's another Corvette, a few years newer than the one we just saw, and it's also showing a big block. It's showing 454, but I like the striping that's on this one. That comes up from the hood there and it goes over the roof. It's got the T-tops, but it comes all the way across. Let me walk to the back. It comes across over the back. I started to say trunk, but it's not really the trunk. Yeah, I think that stripe looks pretty good on there in that bright red, and I like the old style American mags on there too. Now here's a 32 Ford in bright red. And they say it's devilish. That's what's on the tag here. Here's a 48 Ford pickup truck, and that silver and black looks really good to me. Got nice bucket seats in there, cloth interior. So I'm guessing it's probably, is it tubbed? I can't really tell if that's tubbed or just for the fuel cell. Well, they've done the back there. I do notice it says Police Interceptor here on the back. No, it's not tubbed or anything. It's hard for me to get down and look underneath it. Here's a 4-door 60 Chevy. Looks like they've lowered it. And it seems like these cars, the 59, 60 Chevys, it seems like for some reason it's a favorite to be lowered. Seems like a lot of people want to do that. Which are pretty low to start with, I think, or I guess that's just an opinion, but maybe it's because of the length makes it look like it's sitting lower or something. Here's another 69 Roadrunner. It's that purplish color. I don't know if it's the foam crazy or not. I can't really tell under the light, but it looks like it's a different shade. Now here's a nice 66 Chevelle convertible. And it actually looks fairly stock other than the wheels. It could be lowered a little bit. Got aftermarket valve covers. But yeah, that would have been stock interior. Right there is very similar to my 66 Chevrolet Impala that I had years ago. What is this right here, y'all? Nash. You don't see those every day. Check out the paint on this 1970 Mustang Fastback. It is really slick on here. That's a good looking car. I like those wheels on there too. Got a custom console built in here. Wow, nice car all the way around. Here's a little 64, 65 Chevy 2 Nova convertible here. Got aftermarket gauges in there and custom console. Here's a 1966 model Mustang Fastback. I like the way they put those speed marks on the number there and on the lettering to give the illusion of speed. Wow, look at the interior here. They got that all stitched up. Let me zoom that up a little bit on that. It's kind of neat looking. Kind of gave it a rustic look, I guess you'd say. And this one has kind of a rustic look also there. Looks like it was painted a long time ago. That wouldn't have been the original color there. That one was really quiet to have that supercharger on the hood there, or under the hood. Or actually there is no hood, it's just, it has a supercharger there, just leave it at that. Now this is a 66 Tempest which, you know, most of these have been turned into GTOs. You know, we're putting badging on it for GTOs. But they got the Tempest big and bold there in the front, and they tilted it sideways, I guess. I don't know if to get more attention or what, but still a nice car. Wow, look across the way there at the 55. It was really clean, original looking at it. I'm gonna walk over and take a closer look at that one. Yeah, that's the problem with being at one of these car shows. You're like a dog that's out here, and it's like squirrel, and you take off a completely different direction than where you were going. But yeah, this is a really nice original car. As I walked by, I saw here on the front, it said National First Prize winner 1996. I guess that's for being all original, maybe. But it still does have the straight six in here. And I think that oil cleaning element there, I think you actually dropped the filter down in there years ago. It wasn't in the canister already. And it looks pretty original inside. They do have some cup holders in there and an armrest, but I think it's one you just sit on the seat. It's not made into the car. And it is for sale. Just call Steve at 423-744-4710.
Is that what it is? I like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice car. Now I did see it does have vintage air down there, and it have changed it over to an alternator. But I don't know if he did that after he won that badge or before. I would say probably after, but I have no idea actually. Okay, since I'm already over here with the 55, here's a 64 Ford Galaxy. And is that called the Thunderbolt hood there? There, it does have 429 badging down here on the fender. Let's take a look inside here. Oh yeah, that's nice. So Monte Carlo, they're starting to show up more of these, and the old Cutlasses. And here's another 55 Chevrolet that has caught my attention, and this one is purple. It is a two-door post car, and when I was a teen, I had a buddy that had a purple 55 Chevrolet. Of course, back then we made fun of him because he had a purple 55, but times have changed, and I would actually like to have that car. I heard that old car fell into disrepair and actually wound up becoming the donor car for some other 55s. Had a 327 and 4-speed. And you could bark second gear every time, but one time he actually got it to bark third gear. So the 55 delivery wagon here. this Chevy pickup here. Look at the 57 convertible over there. Bentley. It says one of a kind, and I guess it's named Maylene. Nice soft shade of green on this truck here, isn't it? There goes the old Blazer. I like the stitching on the seats there. I'm seeing that more and more on cars, which is a very attractive, I guess, interior. Yeah, I can't say enough about the Street Rod Nationals here. No matter what type of classic vehicle you like, whether it is like old trucks like this or the old street rods, the muscle cars, it's all here. I mean, this, if you haven't been, you need to put it on your to-do list or your bucket list, or scribble it on your notepad on the fridge or something, but you need to come to this at least once. Look at the paint on this one. Hadn't seen that design where it comes back and zigzags back to the front again. Haven't seen that before. Got suicide doors. I removed the door latches. Yeah, it's a 48 Chevy and it is for sale. The signage says 48.5, and it's a well done build there. They took a lot of care. Looks like to make it right. Number on that is 502-507-0372. Get back up on this orange 512. This is a really nice looking pickup truck in its own right. I think they started a race car over there and doing some type of demonstration right now of the old dragster. The blue one here is really nice too. This one sitting across from it is for sale also. It's a 49 model. I don't see a price, but it's 502-558-6083. model Corvette. Still got the hubcaps. Got two 4-barrels there on the small block. And them is this Malibu Chevelle 64, 65 model. Here's a 64 Ford Galaxy. And it's an unusual color. I don't know what you call him. Maybe they refer to it as plum, maybe, or something. But the valve cover has Louise on there, so maybe that's the name of the car here. Y'all, if y'all see me at these shows, please say hello, because my wife says that when I'm filming cars, I get focused, and when I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing, I get kind of a mean look on my face. But that's not the case at all. So yeah, if you see me, say hello. Even if I got a good mean look on my face. If nothing else, say smile, dude. If you see me. Yeah, I like to look at these 4-door hardtop 57s. Even though it's a hard top, a 4-door, it still has a good look to it. Well, they've done a lot to the interior on this one right here. Got bucket seats and power windows, custom dash, and it looks like air in there. Bright red on that Impala there. It's a manual 4-speed in there. And behind it is this, looks like a 2-wheel drive Blazer. That removable top. There's the epitome of a classic car right there, a red 57 Chevrolet. There were 2 guys that I went to high school with that had red 57 Chevys, and I was in my 66, and it wasn't in good condition. I mean, it looked pretty rough. The paint was gone on it and dead, and some of it peeled off. So anyway, I was kind of jealous of those guys. Matter of fact, I'm still jealous of this guy now. You want to know the truth? And what is that right there? Is that a Cadillac or something, or what? I actually don't know what that is, to tell you the truth. Let's check the tag there. Actually, he's got his name and where he's from, but it doesn't say what it is. But yeah, I think it is Cadillac. The custom dash, he's got a Cadillac emblem there in the top of it. But yeah, this is all custom in here. Yeah, I thought those tail fins looked familiar, but I have no idea what year model it would be or anything. Pretty neat though. Look how they even had a fastback back in the days. I'm guessing probably somewhere in the 40s. Wow, look at this. I think it's a 62 Impala. convertible, bright red, nice shiny chrome wheels. This is nice. Got the cloth inserts on the seat so it don't burn you up when you sit down in it in the summer, which is a good thing. If you've ever had a convertible with vinyl seats, you know exactly what I'm talking about, vinyl or leather for that matter. Okay, let's walk over here to this row over there and see what we find that way and that way. But there's several rows of cars down through here, and there's more than I can see. And then when I spin around behind me, there's more cars over there across the road. So yeah, and there's a field on the other side of the main display hall. So there's a lot of cars here. Okay, here's a Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. And if you're going to have a wagon, this is probably a good one to have. Neat feature about this car that I've always liked is it's got this kind of like a sunroof here on top. So I've always liked that feature. And here's a Ford, was it 33, 34? Something like that. Let's see. So 34. There's a lot of guys going to take one glance and they know, okay, that's exactly what it is. And I can do it on some cars, but not a lot of these old Fords. Wow, look at that yellow one there. He's got a lot of custom going on with that right there. He's removed the tail lights and it's that little strip going across the bottom area above the tailpipes. I imagine that, and over the tag is his brake lights and blinker combo. He's removed the door handles. Don't know if they're suicide or not. Could be. Yeah, this is very custom right here. It is a 37 Ford. Well, I'll tell you what, you see a lot of artistic work in auto body, or really in the whole fabrication process, whether it's paint, interior, engine. There's a lot of art that goes on in designing these cars. I have painted a few cars many years ago. I kind of wanted to go that direction when I was young, but it didn't work out. But I do know a lot of work goes into it. All right, well, we got a Chevelle here. It's a 71 or 72. Blue metal plate with those white stripes. Pretty car. Manual transmission. This is a 71 model. As you know, a 70 model has a 4 headlight system. The 71 and 72 have a 2 headlight system, even though the body is pretty close to the same body. But if the parking lights are split like these are, then it is a 71 model. If it's a solid a solid one piece, it's a 72 model. So that's one way to quickly identify these. And I hadn't figured everything out on the old Ford yet, but these I figured out cause guys back in high school had some. I'm telling you guys, back in the day when these were used cars, that was the place to be. As in used cars are only like 7 or 8 years old and worn out. Nobody was restoring them yet. Okay, what is this right here? This GM product here. No, it's actually a Plymouth. And these I sure don't know because there's just not enough of them around to really get a handle on identifying them. Well, it's got a nice padded leather interior in there though. Looks like it'd be really comfortable. Really roomy back here in the back too. This would be looks like it'd be a comfortable car. Yeah, it's a 38 model. Look at that solid white car pickup there. White on white on white under hood. Boy, it's really clean looking in there, isn't it? And there's a gorilla driving here though, or a monkey. Well, you keep getting pulled in different directions. Behind this white truck is another red 57, and it looks really sharp back here too. And on the other side of him is a orange Cuda. Got the 440 badging on the rear quarter panel there. There's an Impala convertible. This pickup truck here, it has distressed paint, but I just noticed that what paint is here. They've got metal flake to the floor. Actually, it looks like glitter, big flakes in there, and they've sanded it down to distress it. But I don't know if my camera's picking this up or not. But it's really a neat effect. Showing up more up here around the windshield. I don't know if it's picking it up or not. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, look at the treatment they gave the interior in here. Really colorful, isn't it? Here's an old 52 Dodge. It looks like they have restored. And it is for sale for $21,500. 502-649-9105. They restored it, but they have updated the seat and everything in here, and the bed back here. So it's not back to original, but it's a nice truck. Still got the old chain hooks for the tailgate. Look at the hideaway headlight system on this 67 Chevelle. Looks like some aftermarket of some time, and I don't know if that's carbon fiber bumper or made to look like a carbon fiber bumper. But anyway, got a lot of carbon fiber theme going on here. Got the recessed door handles there. Nice leather interior, and it is manual transmission. Really padded in there. Looks comfortable. The older you get, the more important that becomes. And the guys who drive the rat rods with the metal seats, well, my hat's off to them because I couldn't do it. I like this Pontiac 4-door here. I think it's a 57. Yep, it says 57 on the tag in front there. Okay, now this one here has the beginnings of a flame job on it. Here, as you can see, there are flames everywhere, but it says it's for sale. It's a 1950 Chrysler Windsor, but it says 37,000 actual miles, all matching numbers. And the phone number is 606-922-3451. So, and it's a green metal flake with green metal flake flame job all over it. Got these side pipes, or these ones that they called lake pipes. But anyway, has that. Got the antennas that are inset. And there's something else you don't see very much. It's even got the curb fillers on there. Yeah, I guess so when you're parallel parking, this right here will touch the curb and let you know, okay, you're close enough. You don't need to get any closer without damaging your tire or wheel. Again, you never know what you'll come across. You don't see these every day. That one there is for sale too. They'll pick up 27.5 or best offer. It's a 36 Ford, and the number is 502-643-0649. A lot of cars are for sale here this weekend. I don't know if they actually have a car corral or not here, where you can go and deliberately park your car there for sale. How you like the green and flat black 69 Z28 here? A lot of color going on there. That red stripe or border stripe, I guess you'd say, really helps helps it stand out. It's got aftermarket gauges in here and upgraded the seats. Got little side boasters on there to kind of help keep you in place. Here's a 69 Pontiac GTO, and it is the Judge in that iconic bright orange. I don't know if this is the same shade as the Hugger orange or not. Oh, this one's really nice and clean though. Interior looks original in there. I was thinking it had a Judge badge here on the quarter panel too, but I could be mistaken, or it could be a different year model or something I'm thinking of. That's a nice GTO there. And it does have the hood tack. Okay, I've been out here for a while now, and I need to go drink something, but every time I start to go get something to drink, I see something outside the corner of my eye and I take off in that direction. But anyway, here's a purple 57. I may have saw this yesterday. I can't remember. Another white 62. I've seen several 62s. '69 Mustang, got some big wide tires in the back there. Okay, I finally came inside. I got me something to drink, and I'm in the air and cooling off a little bit. So while I'm in here, I thought I would take a look at some of the cars that were on display. I don't know what this is. The front end kind of reminds me of a mid-Chevy pickup truck or something, and the signage here doesn't say what the vehicle is. Ryan's Rod Service. And it looks like they're in Florence, Colorado. But anyway, it's what I call it, kind of a gold and blue with white pinstriping. And the dash cluster, or instrument cluster, is in the center of the dash there. Got some nice even metal flake paint on there though. Okay, here's a '69 Camaro pace car with that white with orange stripes. They have transplanted a LS engine in here. It has that houndstooth interior. Now, I think there's actually companies out there that will build these cars brand new to your specifications. I don't know how they handle the paperwork and register the car, if they use GM or how that's done, but I do know there's companies out there that could do that now. Okay, you got a big Rolls Royce here, and the front tag says nobody, so I don't know if that's supposed to mean nobody drives this car, or maybe it's nobody customs and restorations. That is a pretty fancy Rolls Royce right there. And it does look like it has LS power over in there. Look, we got little serving trays on the back of the front seat. Kind of like they do in airlines, I guess. That's the back seat there. And it is right-hand drive. There's a '68 Camaro RS on display in here. Called Red Hot. And look at this little custom rod right here. Back off of it a little bit there. This is a '37 Ford pickup, but it is heavily modified there. Headed back outside. Today's a really nice day. It's high today's only supposed to be about 83, which is tolerable. Tractor, and take a ride on the wagon there. We did that yesterday. Monterey, I think is what it is. Look at green Camaro there. The Thimble Farm. Didn't even know there was such a thing. This Thimble's got to come from somewhere though, right? Where's that, a 66, 67 Charger? Hooch Runner jalopy there. Now I'm jumping around everywhere. This area over here I haven't even been to yet at all. Here's a big Chrysler Imperial. And if you've ever been to Dieselland down in Orlando, Florida, that museum down there, he's got a lot of big cars that are similar to this that are made by Chrysler. Look at that Mercury Cyclone right there. Don't see a lot of those. But anyway, I'm gonna have to move out of this area, I think, because they're playing a lot of music. Let me move to a non-music area. Yeah, YouTube will get on to me if I post videos that are playing copyrighted music, so I try to avoid it if I can. But look at this right here. Have you seen one of these? I mean, some type of big delivery van there. And it's made by Dodge. It's a big vehicle, isn't it? Got 440 cubic inch, not for hire there on the side of the fender, so I guess he's running Chrysler Power still in this Dodge. Let's take a look at this. Vintage Street Riders of America. Oh, wow, this is really nice there. Look at the wood ceiling in here. The poster board in the back says 1934 Dodge Humpback. DB in the doors there, I'm sure stands for Dodge Brothers. This little red Roadster right here, sitting low, it's had a lot of modification done to it. Running 3 2 barrels in there. Well, it's really clean. It's got 1927 plates there, so I guess it's a 27 model. It's really nice. Thank you. I've always liked the looks of these trucks right here. I'm not sure of the year model, somewhere in the 40s, I would guess. This one looks like they have set it up. And I don't know if that's a 4-wheel drive chassis or not. I'm not going to get down and look. Yeah, I don't think it is, but it is sitting up kind of high. Here's a Ford, probably from the late 40s. How you like this Cuda? Oh, looks really good, doesn't it? Being a Barracuda, I guess these right here on the side are gills. Yeah, that's a good looking Barracuda right there. And it's beside this, 69 Camaro. It's got 427 badging on it there. Manual transmission. Sharp, isn't it?
Oh man, that's so much eye candy here. Can't take it all in.
No, you can't. No, not in just one weekend. You can't.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, that engine compartment is all dressed up and clean looking, isn't it? Look at the bright red El Camino there. I'm guessing, yeah, 67 model. I see it on the window there. And I guess he had that stripe made there on the bottom that says 427 El Camino. And it is for sale for $35,000. It's 812-267-0840. Really shiny paint on here. What is that, a 71 through 74 Mustang? Isn't that the years that body style ran? And there's this first year 67 Camaro, the one that started it all. And it's a manual transmission. Here's a 67 Cougar. I've had a friend that just loved these cars, and he wound up owning about 3 or 4 of them at the same time. So Pontiac Can-Am. Don't see these a lot. These are the ones that if you don't see them every now and then, you kind of just forget that they even existed because they're just so rare. The Trans Am. '72 Chevelle. Look at the flame job on this one right here. That really dark red just kind of jumps off that black there, doesn't it? I like that. Really well done flame job. Hats off to the painter on this one. It's a 34 Chevrolet. Here's a 1940 Ford, and it has a license plate that says Aruba on Happy Island. I went to Aruba a few years ago on a cruise, and it was a happy little place. We enjoyed being there. 63 Chevrolet. And there's my first car, the first real car, 66 Chevrolet. Look at that big Buick in black. Little Sabre. Well, the interior's really nice in there also. Here's one's got a tag that says Maybelline. It says a 1930 Ford. Look at that 59 Chevrolet. is like a flat black on the bottom of the, up here on top. It's a heavy orange metal flake. Like on top it's all sunshine and glistening, and on the bottom it's just dull and flat. That's a big contrast. What color is this? Is this lavender or what would you call that color? There's a clean early 70s Camaro. There I can see the 454 valve cover there. Yeah, that one there is just clean and simple. It's not overly done. It's just a nice street vehicle. Still got the original style seats and interior. The blue and white 55, I can already tell you it's not original, but it sure is pretty, and I like the way that it sits up there. Yeah, I like that color combo right there. Got aftermarket or seating in here, or at least buckets that didn't come in the car. That's a pretty car. I really like that shade of blue on there. It's got a lot of the extra chrome on there. That top cap on the bumper didn't have the corner caps on it, but it's got the bottom rocker panel chrome, and the chrome around the gas filler door. Yeah, I like it. There's a 57 Chevy for sale. It says it's $27,500 or best offer. 502-741-5691. Still got the original steering wheel in there, it looks like. Okay, and there's the Thimble Farm truck that came by as I was down in front of the main hall down there. I don't know if I've ever seen a Thimble Farm truck before. I wonder how big the trailer is that he pulls with that. They're just a clean long bed Chevy pickup truck. Mid-80s, I guess. And this little sedan delivery says delivery since 1937. So just think in 12 more years, this thing will have been on the road 100 years. It's a long time for anybody or anything to work. Here's one somebody's got in primer. Maybe painting soon. I like little Plymouth here in all in brown. Hey, you don't see very many of these. It says Valiant 200 there on the trim. Here's a 4-door 57 Chevy. He's got a 6-cylinder with 2 4s in here. something you don't see every day.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, he's going to start it up and let us hear what this 6-cylinder with 2.4 sounds like. Well, you can hear it. Okay, that's what a straight 6 with 2.4 sounds like. Look at the old Dodge right there. I don't know what it is, have no idea. It could be old Polara or something like that. Wow, look at that though. It's got a Hemi. Well, it says it's 62 Dodge on the sticker. Look, it has the push button transmission in it too that Dodge is famous or infamous for. Depending on how you look at it. Now, here's another car that you just don't see. Look at the steering wheel there. It says Dodge Power Steering right in the middle. And as you can see there, you got first, second, third, reverse, and park. Well, I can't stay focused on there. But anyway, yeah, it's a push button transmission. Okay, it says a Dodge 880. Don't know if I've ever even heard of an 880. Really pretty neat looking though. When you can think back at what Ford was producing and Chevy was producing in 62, this would have been the competition. And I actually like it. I like that roof line coming down on the back there. There's a 68 Camaro. Looks like somebody's saving. Brightly colored Chevy trucks here. Look, there's an early Barracuda. Is that like 64 or so? Yeah, 64. I think they look like this, a 64 and 65. Pontiac Le Mans convertible, 64 model. We got that 326 engine there. And they fired up that dragster over there. '70 Mustang convertible. Pretty blue. '38 Chevrolet. Studebaker Coupe Express. Nice little T-Bird. They got the fender skirts removed because I don't think they would fit over that tire they've got in the back there. A little bit bigger than stock would have been. Is that a bright green on that Mustang there or what? that will get your attention going down the road. That is bright, but I really like it though, and I know my wife would like it. Got 3 2-barrels sitting on top of this V8 in here. That wouldn't have been what came on this vehicle for sure. Now I just walked by the front end of this Mustang a minute ago, but is this a bullet recreation right here? Ford Fairlane, I think. Look, here's some Anglias. Let me swing around here and get this 50 model Roadrunner there is lunging and making a lot of noise. I was saying, here's some Anglias sitting up here on the hill, and music. Now there are a few shady spots here at the Street Ride Nationals, and as you can see, a lot of the car clubs will actually bring tents and set up. They'll cook out. They actually enjoy the weekend, I think, immensely. There's that bright blue on that Ford Galaxy there. Nice multicolor flame job on that purple rod there. Okay, here's a 1929 Plymouth rat rod, I guess you call it. And if it didn't say it, I wouldn't have known it, what it was there. You can see he's got this big engine with the supercharger on it, 2 4s on it there. How you like the way he mounted the tag back here? It is for sale for $36,000. 502-648-2542. This is another area that I haven't visited yet. There's a 70 Chevelle and a 72 Chevelle. The paint on this Chevelle here, when you walk around it at different angles, it really changes the perspective of the paint a lot. It will get a lot darker from different angles. And there's your red Chevy 4-wheel drive. Just like the one I used to have that I still miss. I didn't have a big Chevy bow tie under the hood like that though, with the American flag in it. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at that Fairlane convertible. It looks like it would be fun to ride around in. Here's an orange 69 GTX. Got the 440 badging on it. This big Mercury convertible right here. It's a nice little pickup. It's a kind of a, I don't know what color you call that top color, but it's that and black. But I like the orange wheels on it. Kind of makes it stand out there. Here's a Chevrolet in the mid-30s, I guess. Let's take a look. 38. Salt Plants Garage. Nomad going there. And there's a 55 Bel Air. Another Chevrolet, same time period as the red one there. There's a little difference in them. And this was a few years later, I guess. This is probably early 40s. Yeah, it's as early as you can get. It is a 1940 model. Nice little Chevy 2 Nova, got a student driver tag on it. So you might want to use a little caution when you're around them. And look at that, it's all original looking in there. All right, look at that bright red GTO there. Is that a 64 or 5 model, somewhere in there? Maybe. Wow, look under here. He's upgraded to LS, and look under here, he's got Paul's Big Boy Burgers mural under the hood here. That's really neat. It's 1965. Really clean, good looking car. Which I say that a lot. There's so many nice cars here. And a lot of them, if you're like me and been on a budget, a lot of them are in process of becoming nice cars. But that one right there, that's nice. Here's a 70 El Camino next to it. 57 two-door hardtop. Here's a 58. Look at all the chrome on these 58s right here. I mean, they really loaded them up. Got the notches on the front, kind of like a 57 had, you know, I think they had 3, but this one has 4. Got that big spear, got the rocker panel chrome. Spear's got the other spear that comes up and comes back. Here's a few more chrome pieces just for good measure. Chrome on the behind the back seat window there. And if it's a Impala, this is a Bel Air. I think 58 was first year for the Impala, which was the new top of the line. But I think on the Impalas you actually have a chrome piece there on top above the back glass. So anyway, they really loaded these things up with chrome back in the day. I wish they still did that. Well, it's got, that could be a 409 in there with 3.2 barrels. I'm not sure. Yeah, years ago you could look at the car and see the trim on it. You could tell how much money they spent on what line, if they had the base or the, you know, upgraded. But now they're all pretty much generic and look the same. Look at this 55 with the supercharger and 2 4s there. And it is for sale for $86,500. 601-416-6565. Okay, here's the 59 that I saw yesterday as I was about to leave. He was going through the parking lot, but I saw this white convertible coming through, and I thought that's pretty sharp. You can see it's lowered. And I'll walk around to the back in a minute. I can see they got the exhaust coming out in the bottom of the rear quarter panel. See the exhaust exit right there on the side. Now it says this red one is a 1940 Nash, but when I first glanced at it, I thought it was maybe a 40 Ford or something, because the shape is very similar in a lot of ways, or it seems that way to me anyway. Again, you don't see a lot of 1940 Nashes. Got the baby moons on it. I don't think the windows are tinted, so I barely can look in, but it does have aftermarket gauges, and it's got cloth bucket seats in here. Now here's a 61 Chevrolet bubble top, I guess. Here's a late 60s or early 70s Chevy pickup truck. Past couple of years, I found myself liking these trucks more and more. old Chevrolet. What's going on with the paint here? Can you see that? That just kind of caught my eye, but there's a purple flame job of sorts there on the side there that just, you don't really notice it walking by, and just happened to catch my eye. Ghost flames, I guess, if you will. You like the bright yellow 55. I can remember years ago Reggie Jackson had a yellow 55 Chevrolet that they used in ads, and I don't know if it was for BF Goodrich or who it was, but I do remember the ads featuring his yellow 55. Funny how you remember things like that, but you forget your anniversary and wife's birthday, which I don't for the most part, but it does happen. But forget a card, no. There's another Plymouth. Cool, I'm enjoying seeing the old Plymouths. Red and gray coupe right there, really nice looking. Been chopped. And there's a 55 sedan delivery. And this is a GTO convertible. And it's got the tri-power set up in here too. One of these got the 4-speed. Yes, the 4-speed in the convertible. Yeah, that's great right there. Let me walk toward the back here. There's no tiger tail hanging out of the back, but you can fix that. Here's a little Nova wagon. Here's red and black Ford Fairlane Victoria. It's a good color combo right there. Here's a Woody down here, and it is a real Woody, I do believe. Let's see, yeah, 1932 Woody. Got a V8 in there. Bucket seats. Well, the wood on the dash looks really nice too. Here's a little Mustang convertible that somebody's taking care of. I don't see any badging. I don't know if this is a special vehicles team, Mustang of some type, or what. It just says Mustang GT. And I see they've added the wheel-tail style spoiler in the back there. Look at the flame job on this one here. You know, flame jobs are old school, but it seems like they're showing up more and more, and it just feels good to have flames on a car. I think it's just really neat. And I see they've got the flying eyeball up front here, which I think is made famous by Von Dutch, if you've ever heard the name. He's really big in the car culture years ago. A nice little coupe there. Or roadster, I guess I should say. Well, something else caught my attention over there. I'll have to get over and take a look at them in a minute. It's 55. They put on the SS emblem there in the grill. There's a neat looking 66 Chevelle. And it is a post car. That 59 wagon right there. Green and black. I looked to see what year model this is. I think it's like a 73 or 74. But I know the front end changed a little bit and the back end changed a little bit, but I can't remember off the top of my head what. So anyway, there's a green Challenger. I don't know what year it is. Put some type of floral pattern in the Ford letters on the tailgate there. And I have removed the door handles here on this thing, I see. Okay, this is what I saw out of the corner of my eye a while ago. This big, I guess maybe 1.5 ton truck or so. It says Reed Brothers Asphalt and Concrete Construction, so I guess they use this in advertising. And it was good because all you gotta do is say, you know, the company's got the old work truck. They'll probably know exactly who you're talking about. Take a look at this two-tone Caprice. It's silver and black. You don't see a lot of the Caprices. Most of the time you just see the Impalas. But this one, I think it said it had the 396. Yeah, that's what the badging says. But anyway, I kind of like the two-tone paint on it. I see they got the two-tone interior also on this one. I think Caprice was supposed to be, what, my finger. Anyway, the Caprice is supposed to be a more upscale than the Impala, but the roof line on the Impala slopes back more of a fastback design on the Impala as opposed to the Caprice. Here's some Mustangs. These two aren't that quite that old yet, but I'm glad somebody are taking care of some of them. There's a fastback 64 through 66, somewhere in that area. '69 El Camino, I think. Got a big block in there. And here's a Nova. I think they actually made some of these Novas that had the striping that went over the wheel wells and down the bottom of the rocker panel and stuff. But I've seen a few of them fixed up and raced. Nice little red Chevy pickup truck from the mid-60s. He put aftermarket gauges in this one. Okay, here's a 68 Ford Ranger pickup truck. My brother had a 1970 model that was black, and it looks very similar to this. On occasion, he would let me drive it. And again, I like those style American mags. Wow, look at that Chevy pickup there. It looks pretty good. Is that like a 56? Got aftermarket gauges in here. Nice. They look like comfy seats. That's a nice looking pickup. There's a tangerine orange coupe. I see they removed the door handles and things on it. Smoothed everything out. Now, right now I'm down here in this area away from the main crowd. The main crowd is around that building over there in the distance. And over there to the left. And I'm trying to get out of the crowd a little bit, but I'm wondering tomorrow, with it being Saturday, if they will have to open up this additional parking out here on this other lot, but we'll see. Okay, here's a nice GTO. I think it's a 64 model, but anyway, it's got the tri-power set up in here also. I really do like the color on this one. I don't know what you would call the shade of red, but I do like it. How you like the side view mirror mounted out here on the fender? Okay, here's a 62 Chevrolet. It's bright orange color. Really did a lot with the interior on this one. Built that custom console, and as you can see, they've got gauges mounted down in the console there, so that's pretty neat. Now, a minute ago we saw that Fairlane Victoria sitting over where it was red and black. Now this black and white one is a Crown Victoria. I think the difference is on this one, it has this chrome that goes over the roof line here. And I think I've always kind of told myself, well, if it's wearing a crown, which is what I'm calling this, then it's a Crown Victoria. But that may be as accurate as you can get. But that's what I've always kind of thought. Again, there's a finger, sorry. Look at these two little Phantoms. That 55 is pretty right there. Having fun there with the truck all loaded up. Yeah, boy, that blue and white looks really good here with the sun shining on it. Oh, we got 69 Camaro RSSS. Oh, look. Black and blue interior there. Sharp. Nice little roadster right there. Getting windy out here. That breeze feels really good. Check out this 56 Nomad. Kind of lavender and white color. And I can tell that the lavender and white goes into the interior also there. Firebird here. 67 bird is what the tag says. That was nice there, isn't it? Got the flame job coming out of the engine compartment there. Here's an old Plymouth Satellite. I'm guessing around 64, somewhere in that area, maybe. I'm thinking the Satellite is what the Roadrunners eventually wound up being based off of. There's a nice 57 convertible. That's some nice leather interior. Custom stitch console there. Pretty nice. It says this is a 37 Ford. Black and green right here. That really stands out, doesn't it? This is a 1935 model. saw this truck yesterday, and it had been raining yesterday morning, and they had the cab of the truck covered up, so I couldn't get a good look at the inside. But now, as you can see, they do have it uncovered now. And I can't get in there today, but if you look at yesterday's video, you can see where he has mounted spark plugs into the exhaust pipe there, so any unburnt fuel that comes through will be ignited and possibly blow flames out of the tailpipe there. This one here is kind of a flat orange color there. Got it really clean under the hood. Got that light colored bed in the back here. Here's a well, maybe 66. Well, yeah, it's in the window, 66 Mustang. It is for sale. Looks like 502-797-7636. No price listed there. Look how shiny this red and black one is here. The sun's just gleaming off this one. Pretty nice right there. And this orange one right here is just as nice, it looks like. There was a teenage boy just came by driving a 67 Camaro. Good for him. I'm glad that the youth are able to enjoy these cars. There's a little MG. Big pink machine. It's kind of a cross between the pink and a light purple, actually. Now this is a band playing music behind me. If they're not too close to the original version, maybe the YouTube computers won't pick it up. I like these hideaway headlights on this GCO here. This one is for sale for $55,000. Number is 812-989-6200. It is a convertible, and it is automatic. Well, the sun is really making the metal flake glisten on this tangerine colored car here. Satellite convertible. And here's a Corvette with a flame job. I always like the side pipes on these Corvettes here. Now yesterday I saw an old Ford, like a 29 model or something, that was all stickered up for the Hemmings Great Race. And I guess they got different classes or something, but here's a, I guess a mid-60s Impala. It's got all these stickers on it too. Look at the great race clock there on the dash. Wonder if it was a timed event or something. I like that gray and red on this pickup truck right here. And the dividing line between the gray and the red is this flame job. Kind of yellowish, got green borders on it. That looks really good. This Buick over, that looks really good. And I see he's removed the door handles.
I didn't make my way around to see half the cars as I hoped I would this morning. But as they say, tomorrow's another day. Maybe I can attack it a little different way tomorrow and get a few more cars. But I do appreciate you watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed, we would appreciate it. If you do that, they're coming